She landed with $200 and a prayer beneath her breath. Couldn't understand the language, but she understood the test. No hand to hold, no roadmap, no promise in the sky. Just a suitcase full of courage and a dream that wouldn't die. She came from rooms without affection, where love was never said, where silence felt like winter and hope slept under the bed. But somewhere in that heartbreak, a fighter learned to rise. She became her own protection, with thunder in her eyes. What if it works? What if the door swings open? What if the scars she carried were proof she wasn't broken? What if the pain had purpose? What if the fire don't burn? What if the life she prayed for was waiting on her turn? She could have stayed a victim, but she chose a different word. With heaven on her shoulders, she became the victor. She worked the jobs that paid her till her soul wanted something more. Found herself in real estate, knocking on a different door. They said buy leads, make calls, go chase strangers in the street. But she found a free beginning, where faith and Facebook meet. She taught before they trusted, she served before she sold. Turned knowledge into power, turned stories into gold. And every post she planted became a harvest in disguise. She didn't build an empire, she built a reason why. What if it works? What if the door swings open? What if the scars she carried were proof she wasn't broken? What if the pain had purpose? What if the fire don't burn? What if the life she prayed for was waiting on her turn? She could have stayed a victim, but she chose a different word. With heaven on her shoulders, she became the victor. She made $250,000, thought she finally touched the sun. Then a 24-year-old dreamer showed her she had just begun. He had the same two hands, same breath inside his chest, and suddenly her ceiling was just a floor to what was next. So she changed the room around her, changed the mirror in her mind, found out bigger tables make your old fears fall behind. When she saw it, she believed it. When she learned it, she could grow. Sometimes God sends a stranger just to show you where to go. She failed to build it twice before, watched the pieces hit the ground. But failure wasn't final, it was wisdom wearing crowns. She learned to build the structure before she lit the flame, and every fall that hurt her put strength behind her name. Success costs more than money, it costs comfort, sleep and pride. It costs leaving old versions she could no longer keep inside. But she'd rather leave with stories than a graveyard full of what if. So when fear asked, what if you fail, she answered, what if it works? What if it works? What if the door swings open? What if the child once forgotten take the lowest valley and turn it into a church. She didn't just survive it, she let the whole world hear. A broken road can still become a testimony, loud and clear. So change the room, raise your eyes, let the old fear die. She walked through fire, held her worth, and became the victor on this earth. And when life whispered, what if you fail? She smiled through all the hurt, looked back at every mountain and said, but what if it works?